most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Howdy, folks. I'm Bob Sharp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
We are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about 3 simple things you can do daily to reduce your knee pain. This will help. Give it a try.
Yep.
We guarantee it, right, Brad?
Well,
you guarantee it.
Yeah, absolutely, Bob.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to the giveaway section on bobandbrad.com because we're giving away a doozy. We're giving away a mattress from Sleepovation.
Sleepovation. There's
700 tiny mattresses. If you got pain, this is the mattress for you.
Or you just want to have a good night's sleep.
That's right. You can also find it on Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top of the page. Go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok if you want a 60-second version of our program. And Brad, what else do we have?
We now have the podcast out there with some outstanding interviews.
Right. If you are an outstanding person, contact us.
Right.
We'll interview you.
Absolutely.
All right. The first thing you want to make sure when you have knee pain, very often you're not showing complete range of the knee. You might be missing some flexion.
Yeah, so it doesn't bend all the way in.
You might be missing some extension.
It doesn't straighten out all the way. And sometimes it's subtle. You may not notice it until you compare one knee to the other.
And your knee actually does this too, believe it or not. Your knee is not just a hinge. Your knee also, the bottom bone here, turns out and also turns in.
It rotates. It's not a lot, but as therapists,
it can make a difference.
Yep, we're very aware of that.
So let's first start off with, let's say you feel though you put the one leg up. You could be on a chair doing this.
Sure.
Use a chair, Brad. If you
I'm going to step in front of you, Bob. I normally don't do that.
But when you're pulling like this, if it feels tighter than the other side.
Yeah. I can almost touch my heel to my butt here.
Right.
And on this one,
I can't do that.
There's 4 or 5 inches there.
Yeah, me too.
Is you getting tight, Bob?
On both of them.
Well, if it's even on both sides, But usually it's a sore one that lacks the range of motion. Are we going to talk about straightening right away, too?
Yeah, well, pressure on, pressure off. What you want to do is stretch this throughout the day. Just don't stretch it once. Stretch it once in a while while you're thinking about it. Yep. You could do it like 4 to 6 times a day. That's where you're going to get more benefit.
Right. And 10 reps. If it feels better to hold it, you may hold it up to 15 to 30 seconds at a time and do not so many. The idea is that as you do more of them, it bends more and it becomes feeling better. The pain's starting to dissipate.
Right. We're not shooting for pain here. You bump into the pain.
Yeah.
You don't enter the pain cave, as Kelly Starrett likes to say.
There you go. If anything, if it on the opposite end of the spectrum, if it starts to hurt more, the more you do it, you're irritated. Then you need to stop.
Right. Okay, now we're going to go into find out whether a knee is not straightening enough. Brad, did you know that everybody's supposed to have a little hyperextension, believe it or not?
It seems to me I read that as well.
So when you're lying on the bed, when you lift and bend your knee or straighten your knee all the way, the heel should come up a little bit.
Yep.
And if you can compare one side to another.
Yep.
I just realized I think one of my socks is black and one's blue.
Yeah. Well, Bob, there are issues.
So anyway, that's, if you go tighten up and your knee, the heel doesn't even lift up.
Right. Say one does, you could get this one to go up and this one
does not.
It doesn't.
Let's say this one's like this. Won't even straighten. Then obviously you need to work on straightening.
Right.
Brad, you want to show that?
Yep. If you can sit on a chair, you can do it right on the edge of a chair. Let's say this knee is like this. I'm exaggerating probably. Maybe some people do have this much.
Easily.
Above your kneecap. You're not going to push on the kneecap. We don't want to irritate that. We're going to push down until we feel that stretch, but no sharp pain. Come back up. And when you do this, you really think about being relaxed and breathing. And again, don't get too aggressive. You may, make it sore the next day.
Right. This happened to a patient of mine, and he was not going to even come back. He was not happy with me.
Yeah. Yep. That happens occasionally in this field. So, but after you do it a couple days and it's feeling better, you could get a little more aggressive with it. You may want to hold it. But sometimes that mobilization, that light, gentle bounce can help it as well. And you should get that straight within a few days, hopefully.
Yeah. So I'm Brad. If I could take the chair.
Oh, yes.
So you can actually work on internal rotation by grabbing onto a chair like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it this way, which is clockwise, right? Yeah, clockwise. I got to look at the clock.
So now we're going back to bending the
Yeah.
knee, though.
We're bending the knee, but I'm going to turn it first.
Mm.
I'm really turning, and then I'm bending at the same time. And we're getting that internal rotation that we're missing. I've had this help people who I think have had like a little mice in their knee, a little broken off piece of cartilage. You've heard of this term before, haven't you?
Floater is what I've heard.
Well, I've heard mice too.
Okay, whatever. It's
But-
something in your knee that shouldn't really be floating
Yeah,
around.
and again, though, this should be absolutely not increase your pain. It should be not necessarily pain free, but very, very little pain.
I had a woman with severe arthritis, and she did this exact same thing. She said, "Yeah, when I rotate, I can bend a little better, and actually feels a little better." So,
Sure.
By the way, I was just You're not going to get this much rotation, but that just so you get the idea.
Yeah,
what
so you
Bob
can do
was
like 6
attempting.
times, and you can do it throughout the day. I really haven't had people work on rotation for to rotate outward, Brad.
Yeah.
I just haven't. Usually, the internal rotation is the one that's missing.
Sure,
So.
sure.
All right, the next thing that's the first thing you do. Get the range of motion reestablished in your knee. Then you're going to want to make sure you have movement in the knee throughout the day.
Right.
Joints do not like to be still. That's why your knees are a lot of times sore in the morning when you get up because
Mhm.
they've been sitting still all night long. What we want to do is you can actually, when you're at your desk, you can actually just even swing your leg like this and get a little movement. You can be on a desk like that. Yep, just get a little bit of movement throughout the day.
I've had many patients. I'll say, if you've been sitting at your desk, for a long time, and you're going to get up and you have knee pain, do 10, call them Margaret quads or just kicks on each leg. So you're not doing fast, and you want to go all the way straight as much as you can, and then get up. And many times it's like, oh yeah, that does feel better. I'm not getting up and having
Right.
that initial pain.
Right. You got the synovial fluid moving. You
Right.
got the little blood flow moving.
Mhm.
Now we're also going to show you a little more of a formal way to do this.
Like professional?
Yeah, professional.
Like we would do it?
We're going to bring in the Flex Spot Sit-to-Go fitness chair.
Right.
So this is the first time I've seen a chair like this, Brad. I've seen things that you can put underneath your desk for pedaling,
Right.
but I've never seen one with like an office chair seat
Mhm.
like this.
Yeah, it's got a nice back support. And it's really cool. It rolls around.
This is what I like about it most, Bad. I mean, you could take one finger
Yeah.
and move this out of the way.
Right.
It just,
I mean, I wouldn't. I would use my
yeah.
whole hand, of course.
Good for you.
Well, I'm thinking. So, but the neat thing about this is these brakes are auto lock. You don't have to go down with your foot and push that little
Yeah.
lever to break it. You just put so many pounds of pressure on it, and it settles down, and now it won't move. Bob
right.
could push with both hands, and
Sure.
it's locked in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's nice. And now the chair is nice. Whoa.
You
There
probably
we-
want to stand,
Yeah.
Justin.
Don't do what I did, but you can easily do it there. And the seat and the backrest move forward and backwards as well.
You're going to need a wrench set to.
Yeah, that's not
yeah.
quite as convenient, but you
Yeah.
set that once for yourself.
Right,
Um,
exactly.
And it's nice. It has a manual resistance, so you can change the resistance of the
Sure.
pedaling right there. And it has a nice digital readout. It tells you time. It tells you, let me get my glasses on here.
Well, it's got scan,
Speed,
a timer, distance,
Yeah.
calories,
odometer.
odometer,
Yep.
and revolutions per minute, right?
Right. Yep. In the scan, you can put that, and it'll scan through each one. So many seconds, it'll move to the next one, or you can just lock it in on
But
one.
unlike normal bike seats, this is a comfortable seat.
Right.
This would be,
You would do this. You could pedal like this at your desk
right.
while you're working, so you're getting your legs some circulation. It just makes you're going to be more alert.
It takes away the dangers of sitting
right.
because you're moving.
Exactly.
So, this will work really well with one of their desks, with their electric desks.
Yeah,
because
they
you
got
could,
the up and down
yeah,
desk.
you could sit for a while and pedal,
Yep.
then stand
Yep.
and work.
Right.
So it's best of both worlds there. So
And with sitting, I really do like this backrest because it fits me right just nicely. And the other thing about it is, let's get it so they can see it. You
it's
see
mesh.
through it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get hot.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, you're going to be the first that are going to see this. I believe it's out. I hope it's out. We'll put a link below, but that's how new it is.
Right. So,
So-
if it's not out when you look, it'll be
It'll
very
be out
shortly.
soon. Yeah. Okay. The last thing that's number 2. Number 3 is we want to make sure that knee is strong. And quite often, the muscle that becomes weak with most knee problems, arthritis, meniscus problem, cartilage problem, is the quadricep. Very simple. So I'm going to show you a real simple way to strengthen it. You can do it all lying in bed if you want to. You can actually just put a pillow underneath your knee like this, and you're going to squeeze the pillow down like this while you're tightening the muscle.
So we're doing isometrics?
Yeah, it's isometrics.
Yep.
And they found this to be a very helpful strengthening exercise.
Effective.
Yeah, effective.
Effective, right.
Yeah, 10 to 12 times, 2 sets,
Yep.
and every other day.
Every other day.
Yep.
Well, it's even because there was a study on this. You read?
Yeah, a study on this. This was highly researched.
Sure.
So I was surprised myself. I was thinking that you want to do the
Yep.
eccentric or
long arc quads,
right.
extension. Sure.
I'm really remembering everything today. All right. All right. Remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything
Except
a
for.
broken heart.
But we are working on that, Bob. But we are, and
Do we give relationship advice?
we're doing that too. But we're kind of not doing so well on either. But I think we're going to.
We won't help you, but we'll give you advice.
Yeah, they're tuned out by now, Bob.
Yeah.
They're sick of this.
All right. Thanks.